Spinosaurus aegyptiacus versus Carcharodontosaurus saharicus. Who wins? Let's find out. In one corner, we have the spined reptile, Spinosaurus aegyptiacus. And in the other corner, we have the shark-toothed lizard, Carcharodontosaurus. Who would win a fight between these two massive theropods? Ah, yes, the iconic battle of North Africa in the late Cretaceous period. So, who will actually win this fight? Well, this debate has been going on for a long time, and today I'm going to be finishing it. Also, let's assume both are males, and we're going to be using the average individuals in this fight. Also, let's just assume they're enraged and in their prime, and they're going to be fighting to the death. So, let the setting be in riverbank. So, yeah, no ambushes, no retreats, only fighting to the death. So, without further ado, let's get started. Size and physique. We're going to start off with the Spinosaurus. Well, the average male Spinosaurus was around 6 to 7.4 tons in weight, 40 to 46 feet in length, and 14 to 18 feet in height. Well, they have powerful forearms that were made for grappling, and they have a bite force of around 4,200 to 5,000 psi. Well, they have dense bones, but a slender build for a megatheropod. When it comes to speed and agility, well, they're less agile on land, and they can only run up to 15 miles per hour on land. But in water, it was more maneuverable. Now on to its opponent, the Carcharodontosaurus. Well, the average male Carcharodontosaurus was around 6 to 7.5 tons, 39 to 41 feet in length, and 12 to 13 feet in height. Well, they can lift 935-pound objects with their jaws. They have a bulky build, and they can bite up to 3,000 to 5,700 psi. Well, they have strong bones and a bulky build. They can run 15 to 20 miles per hour, but it wasn't really agile. Now onto their weaponry and tactics, aka intelligence. We're gonna start off with the weaponry. Well, Carcharodontosaurus, despite there's a spelling error there. No, hold on. Let me just restart. Hold on. Despite having a weaker bite than Spinosaurus, well, Carcharodontosaurus actually had a more effective bite compared to Spinosaurus, because Carcharodontosaurus had shark-like teeth, while Spinosaurus had crocodile-like teeth. And if we know the difference, shark teeth are actually more effective compared to crocodile teeth. Crocodile teeth are meant for gripping, while shark teeth are meant for piercing. Well, Spinosaurus had actually two weapons, aka its claws on its forearms, and of course, a long jaw with conical like teeth. But to be honest, the Spinosaurus claws will actually do more damage compared to its teeth. So yeah, Carcharodontosaurus takes the edge in bite, Spinosaurus takes the edge in claws. So yeah, weaponry is balanced out. Now onto their intelligence. Well, this is actually close because both of these species were averagely intelligent theropods, but Spinosaurus would. No, hold on. Spinosaurus would actually. Wait, no. Spinosaurus would not be slightly smarter compared to Carcharodontosaurus. Well, it's because Spinosaurus had an EQ of 1.0 to 1.9 compared to Carcharodontosaurus, which had an EQ of 0.27 to 0.49. So, yeah, Carcharodontosaurus was not very intelligent for a megatheropod, but for a dinosaur, it was actually below average when it comes to intelligence. Well, it was mostly an instinctual predator. Spinosaurus, well, despite not having intelligence comparable to T Rex, it was still actually decently intelligent for a megatheropod. It had hunting strategies, plus it was actually yeah, it had very good senses. But it wasn't really that much of a fighter compared to other large megatheropods. Now, without all that being said, I think it's time we determine a verdict. All right, we have our stats. Also, before we decide the verdict, we have to do an analysis breakdown. Well, the Carcharodontosaurus is overall stronger, faster, more durable. Also, in fact, has a more lethal bite, and of course, it's more aggressive. While the Spinosaurus is just smarter. Well, without that being obvious, well, the Carcharodontosaurus will win with mid to high difficulty. It's not really that much of a debate, considering that in reality, Spinosaurus was not really that much of a fighter, and usually avoided fights. But if both were enraged, then likely Carcharodontosaurus would win due to its aggression, strength, bite lethality, and agility. So yeah, that is why Carcharodontosaurus would win. Also, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Well, peace.